Hello, dearest friends. What up? Did that work? YouTube peeps, you in the house? I know this wasn't planned, but I was like, heck, let's go live. I was just doing some music nerd out to myself, and I was like, let me talk to the peeps. How's your weekend going, everybody? Hello, Hidden Hood. Good to know this thing is working. Who's in the house? If you are in the house, say what's up. Let me know where you are tuned in from. Got some Facebook fam. What is going on? Let me see a little chat of where y'all are tuned in. And how's your Sunday going? Renjoy saying, music nerds unite. Oh, you know it, my friend. Hello, Daniel. I was just having some musical thoughts, and I was like, hold on. Let me go live. Let me share some of my thoughts with the people. Let's have a little conversation. What up, IG? We're live right now. But first of all, how you doing? What have you done today? I had a really chill Sunday. It started with meeting some dear friends. My boyfriend and I went on a double date with dear friends, and it was so good to catch up. We had delicious brunch. Delicious. Yeah. Shashuka, on point. On point. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so we did that, and then I wanted to go to the flea market in Williamsburg. I kid you not, everybody. I kid you not. What up, Henry? Hello, Jazzuel. Everybody, I kid you not. On the way to the flea market, which was only like 3 blocks away, we stopped at 4 shops. I don't know how that even happened so fast. And let me just say, there's like 3 shopping bags later. I got 4 pairs of shoes. But let me tell you, I feel really good about that because it's really hard for me to find shoes. I found this store called, what up, Daniela? I found this store called DNA, and they have awesome sandals. And they were like, the heel was actually short, which is very unusual. They were comfortable. They look great. I tried on a bunch, and they all fit awesome. And that just never happens, especially never at like one store. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to get them all. Load them up. Load her up. And I don't know if you're like me as far as shopping. If you are, definitely drop a comment because I think it'll make me feel a little bit better. But I really go through phases. Sometimes I love to shop, but then there's a lot of times that I just kind of want to get it all done. And if I see something I like, I'm going to get it. Also because I know that sometimes my time is limited. And as much as I'd like to spread out a bunch of shopping, I'm like, I'm not gonna let this deter me. Let's get this. Okay, so Doug saying gotta love retail therapy. There are some things that I want to tell all of you. Firstly, please save the date coming up really fast. Tomorrow at 3 p.m. ET, I am having a very special live stream. Very special. And most likely it's only going to be on my YouTube channel. Hopefully we can also get it to Facebook, but definitely look out on my YouTube channel. I don't know if there's a way that I'm going to be able to stream it simultaneously on Instagram because let me just say there's a few people that are part of this live stream that's happening tomorrow. And go ahead, and if you have guesses of what this is going to be, just light up the chat. But I'll give you a hint. It is with some of the people from Fearless Flyers. And that is one funky band. We are going to nerd out on some musical stuff. I have not seen some of those guys in a long time, and it'll be a great check-in. Do not miss it because it's a one-time only thing. We put it together for all of you because a lot of you wanted to see behind-the-scenes stuff, and I had this idea, and at first I was just going to release content to all of you. DJ Francis is like, yes, put those hands in the air because shiz is getting real. I was going to actually just upload some content from my phone to you, and I was like, you know what? We can do so much better. Let me see if other people are interested in sharing some cool behind the scenes stuff and talking about the session and nerding out about some musical things. So do not miss it. Secondly, I have an online workshop in 3 days, and it is all about chord tones and guide tone lines. So for any of you who play instruments, and specifically, do any of you out there improvise on your instruments? Let's see some comments. I know we got some aspiring musicians in the house, developing musicians in the house, some artists. I see some hearts. Okay, so I'm holding this workshop on Wednesday from 1 to 3 p.m. ET. You do not have to be there live because all attendees who buy a ticket will get a replay video that you can refer back to anytime. We're going to dive into a bunch of techniques and exercises for chord tones and guide tone lines. Now, I am super passionate about this because in my musical development, when I learned about guide tone lines, everybody, it was like, and I remember going over some exercises with my teacher that just kind of, the light bulb went off of, oh, like, this is how I can start to hear longer musical phrases. This is how I can make my musical phrases more fluid. Let me give you a little example. Actually, I'm going to give you an example of an exercise that we're going to go through on Wednesday. So I'm going to take one note. Let's take, y'all ready to nerd out? You ready? Let's take the alto saxophone A. And before I speak any further, I'm also going to just chat in YouTube. I'm going to send you guys the link for you to buy tickets. So while I'm talking about this stuff, if you want to know about the full curriculum, then by all means, check it out. And I really hope you're going to join me because I'm super pumped to teach you guys about this stuff. I think it's really going to help those of you who are improvising and who want to develop your skills. These online workshops have been a blast in the past. Leo P and I have been doing a bunch of them. If any of you have been to those, definitely comment in, weigh in. It's just a great way to get the community together and a great way for me to be able to teach a bunch of you at the same time and go over actually many things that I would go over in a private lesson, except it's only a fraction of the price. And you're going to be getting the replay video. I'm going to send you a PDF workbook. I'm going to send you a private playlist that you can use for inspiration. And there's a couple other really cool perks that I'm offering for the very first time for this workshop, which is an invite to an after party. Well, really, it's an after jam session. So just leave a little extra time in your calendar after the workshop. And you'll get this in the replay video as well if some of you can't make it live, where we're going to do a guided jam session. So I want to put into play the things that I'm going to teach you on Wednesday right there into the jam session because, you know, I can promise you that the best way that you're going to learn and become more fluid on your instrument and improvising is by actually doing and having your acts out. I'm not going to just lecture you. I want you to really, somebody said, is this going to be a lecture? And I was like, no, get your acts out. I'm going to give you exercises. I'll bring some attendees onto the screen to try it out with me. But then otherwise, everybody should be trying it, you know, actively. Close your other windows, phone on, do not disturb. You know what I'm saying? And in the guided jam session afterwards, we're just going to put these things into play. We'll do some call and response, you know. Except we're going to do it specifically within chord tones and guide tone lines. So it's kind of like me being your sax gym teacher, being like 15 squats, 10 sit-ups. Run for 1 minute. It's the first time I'm going to be testing this out. Thank you, Ken. Ken was saying the last workshop was excellent. It's the first time I'm going to be testing this guided jam session out. But, you know, I find a lot of pleasure in working very diligently and precisely on musical exercises, but then always leaving time to just jam out. And that's exactly what we're going to do together. So, anyways, what was I saying? So guided jam session, and this is the first time I'm offering to give you personalized feedback on any video of your choice. So you send me a short video clip of you playing, and I'm going to send you back some personalized feedback about, I think you can take your playing to the next level, and just give you some tips, give you some tricks, give you my honest thoughts on that. So all of that comes with one ticket, which is only $49. Again, for like 2 hours of exercises. We're going to literally go through chord tones, guide tone lines. We're going to try them out together. You're going to get the guided jam session, personalized feedback, PDF, replay video, private playlist. So if you're even a little bit interested or have other musicians that you want to pass this on to or other students that you think might benefit from this, please, please, please send them the link. Thank you. I'm just fired up and pumped about it because honestly, like chord tones and guide tone lines have really shaped my playing. It really took me from thinking lick-based to being able to create musical phrases and not only play them, but hear them and sing them, which is another thing that we're going to work on. So, whether you play jazz, pop, rock, soul, ska, reggae, oobly doobity doo. As long as you improvise on your instrument, that I think that these techniques are going to help you because they're going to strengthen your ear. They're going to strengthen the ideas behind the music. And, the title of the workshop is Jazz Language, but this is really just like theory stuff that's going to help you and most importantly, help you hear it and play it. We're going to do some singing too. So anyways, let me give you a little example. Let me give you a little example of if I played one note, a concert A, then I'm going to just play some lines that are specifically based on chord tones, and I'm going to make up some chord changes right now. We'll go through this in depth on Wednesday, but I just want to give you an idea of how you can play a bunch of different lines that all start with the note concert C. Let me see if I can actually demonstrate that to you. So you hear how I keep coming back to the You hear it? It's like this. It's like this melodic line, but I want to have that concert C as the thread. Brandon is asking, can trombonists be included? Of course, yeah. This particular workshop is for any instrumentalist or singer, actually. Yeah, absolutely. Singers can do this stuff too. And it's not a saxophone techniques workshop. This is a chord tones and guide tone lines. So whether you are brass, woodwind, strings, by all means join. Instagram friends, we are talking about my online workshop happening on Wednesday. Link in bio to grab your seat and the full curriculum. So, I just wanted to briefly hop on here. I didn't promo this at all, but mainly because I'm having a lot of breakthroughs in my head, and I'm super excited to share them as I go about it. One of the greatest thing about creating this curriculum is kind of relearning what I've learned and then giving my spin on it with the things that I've learned from my teachers and from people like Phil Woods and Lee Conant and my mentors, and the things that have really stuck with me, and then how they've kind of merged and formed and changed in my head, and the biggest takeaways, and then creating exercises for all of you based upon that. So I told you, musical nerd out, but it's gonna be super dope. For those of you who can't make it in person, there's that replay video. And also want to just let you know, friends of mine who run the channel Jazz Memes, they had me as a guest on their podcast, and that's out today. So if you want some podcasting to check out as you make dinner or eat dinner, go ahead and put that on. It's on the YouTube channel, and I think on everywhere that you can listen to podcasts. We talked about a lot of things, from music to career stuff to overcoming fear when it comes to really finding your unique voice as an artist. I really loved having that conversation with Kevin. Great questions. great questions. And then I dropped a musical tip for all of you, which is on their YouTube channel. I also just posted it on my IG, which is just one of the exercises that we're going to go through on Wednesday. And it's about 4 different variations when you work with chord tones, and how you can start to mix and match those variations, and how you can put it into play while improvising over a tune. So if you want to know about that musical tip, just head over to my Instagram, check it out. This is probably jibber jabber for those of you who aren't musicians, right? How do you guys feel about that? You're just like, oh, she's talking about that 1, 3, 5, 7 thing again, but she sounds so passionate about it. I'm just going through Logic. There's some beats. Let me know if you like any of these. This is Disco Swagger beat number 1. Oh, you can't hear it on Instagram, sorry. Shamus is saying, are we going to see any more Delta Force? Shamus, my friend, be sure to tune into my YouTube at 3 p.m. ET tomorrow, because the Delta Force is doing a one-time only live stream. Frederico, I am glad you like that exercise. Super, super happy to hear that. Save it. Pull it up in your next practice session. Got a lot more for you as far as exercises and techniques that we'll go through on Wednesday on my online workshop. Link in bio if you want to grab a seat for that. Anyways, really short live stream, you guys. Having some breakthroughs about some musical nerd ideas. Join me tomorrow for a really special live stream with the Delta Force from the Fearless Flyers and Cory Wong. Tomorrow at 3 p.m. ET on my YouTube. We are going to nerd out. We're going to catch up. It's going to be great. It's a one-time only live stream. And I have an online workshop this Wednesday, 3 days away. Link in bio, YouTube, Facebook friends. I just sent you guys the link. We're going to get into chord tones. We're going to get into guide tones. We're going to talk about how to improvise with fluidity, how to improvise chord to chord. It is geared more towards intermediate players who know your major and minor scales. But that being said, if you are the type of beginner that is up for a challenge and wants some material to really grow into, absolutely join us. All are welcome. If you are an advanced player that needs some sharpening and wants to get back to some foundational stuff, join us. There's a reason why I pick intermediate level workshop subjects. It's because I think a lot of developing players need the most help in this area. And honestly, I would give a lot of the same exercises to intermediate players than I would to advanced players, because if you have a great musical foundation and you know that you can hear, you can sing, you can play the theory, that's all you need. And you just keep making those exercises more complex, but there you go. You got like really great foundation. And That's why I like to teach. Yeah, I'm really passionate about making sure that you're learning that well and getting it in your ear, because I get a lot of people are like, how do I play giant steps? Like, I'm still working on playing giant steps. You know what I mean? Like, but then I listen to them and it's like, ooh, you got to work on some foundational stuff actually before working on giant steps, because once you do work on the foundational things, like giant steps is going to be that much more. You're going to be able to tackle it so much easier because you have, the ears, the theory, the you'll know how to kind of go about that piece. So I know a lot of people, it's like, how do I play the fancy stuff? How do I do altissimo? How do I play giant steps? How do I there's really no overnight tricks that you can learn to just suddenly be able to do that thing, just like anything else in life, right? But there are specific exercises that will help your practicing sessions be more streamlined, and to hopefully just get you there, a little bit faster over time, and at least just be focusing on things that, musically can really help you improve your playing, your ears. It's definitely not a magic pill as far as tips and tricks. But that's the journey of it, right? It's a beautiful journey. That being said, for those of you who are asking about saxophone related questions on the gram, my dear friend Jay Metcalf, also known as @BetterSax, and I did an interview just a couple days ago talking about some gear questions, some sound questions. So go back to my IG channel and go peep it. Jay had some great things to say about that, about our practice routines, about making a living as a musician and what that entails for those of you who are interested in taking your artistry further and making it professional. Really interesting conversation. And he makes great videos online. So, all right, well, dinner is almost ready. I can smell it. My boyfriend's cooking dinner. Lucky girl. I took a delicious nap earlier today, but Sunday's been pretty chill. Just remember, meet me on my YouTube tomorrow at 3:00 ET. You will be glad that you did, because I'm so excited. All right, my friends. What up, Ian? Much love to all of you. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you tomorrow. All right. Peace. Peace out.